We were painting these two nectarines last week. The nectarines got rotten, so now we are painting from a photo, which doesn't really look like what it was supposed to look like. I mean, it wasn't really not really the same as the live 3D nectarines, but whatever. I was just thinking, like, hopefully we could get some, redder is better. So let's see if we can we're trying to get, richness and depth was our last objective, and so, it looks okay. I was just thinking if we could go redder. So here's some red mixing with a bit of this nectarine violet looking thing. And just try to see, how about if we just put a little yellow in there because give it a brightness. Well, I don't know about that. Let's see. They say don't be, using any color straight from the tube. All right, let's see where we're at. Gotta be bold. We don't want to be wimpy right now. That's definitely some kind of red. Now I'm looking for paper towel. And I guess let's just see it take out a little bit right there. Okay, that's cool. That looks good. Now try to go deeper red, and then what color is that? I don't know. It certainly isn't this. It's kind of a green gray, but I don't know if we don't really want green gray here. Let's see if we can just say hi, we're juicy red. That looks pretty good. And this shadow, never really liked that shadow. Let's see about just cut it in half. That's much better. Okay. And down here we want more red. We don't really want the same red in a lot of different places that are, represent distances from the viewer, because having an identical red here and here, this thing is farther away for sure, and this is closer, and the same red is going to look the same distance away, which is not a great thing that to have happening. Let's put some right here, because remember, we're trying to go juicy red. And if you watch the early movie of this, we left this white line in here because we wanted to emphasize the depth there, and that's a big help, obviously. So, but right now I think I'm just gonna color that in. We don't want the same color going everywhere, so I stop there. And that definitely, looks slightly better. Also, now why don't we see about take a highlight right here. I don't know if it's gonna work, because this paint is like been there for a week, so hard to say if that's really gonna allow us to create a highlight. We'll see here. Oh, we got a slight highlight. Okay, now we're gonna bounce back and see about getting these the richness and depth stuff. And let's see about another small highlight right here. Just put a puddle there and leave it for a minute. In my imagination, that little puddle is disintegrating some of the paint that is sitting there, and whether or not we're gonna get a highlight, I don't know. There's a slight highlight. So okay, looking good. In my imagination, we're gonna get some like beautiful red, and bring this Let's see about right here. Let's go right there. Okay, that's good. And then how about right here? If you see right here, there's a little, you know, ellipse. And, oh, you can't really, well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's just see about go right here. I like that. And go up like that. And that probably is nice. And see about just go right here. That looks good. And then we should probably think about doing something with this line there, this white that I left. And another thing I want to do is see if I can remove some of this paint right here. Probably won't really work that good. This is, oh yeah, it's coming a little bit off. That helped. And I guess likewise for right here, let's see if we can get a little bit of that paint to come off. Okay, looks sharp. This would be the time to, you know, put some color right there, but I'm not really sure what color to put, so I think that the time will be once again delayed for that aspect. Here I'm just taking this hello there, Marceline. Thank you very much for joining. And thanks for the greeting. I assume that's a greeting. I'm not sure about that language, but anyway, right, I got some. This is the. I don't remember what they call it. It's like it's a Primatech color, allegedly made with ground up rocks, and this is. It seems like it maybe was called hematite, but I don't know. So I got that blue, and here I just got some random grays we were using for random stuff, probably the shadow. And so I'm just going to try to lean into gray for that blue. And now I want to, I don't know, make a little kind of thing right here. Sort of emphasize that shadow. And it really would be good to have something right here, I think. Let's just see about that. Now I'm going to make the brush damp. I want to smear this around so it's not so, no hard edges, sort of. And I really don't know if that's good or not. I don't really like it too much, but you know, we got to do something with this shadow. And it doesn't look bad. That looks okay. See if we can sort of bring this down a little bit. So that's good. We have these subtle difference in tones. This kind of hook thing, it doesn't really bother me. You know, it's sort of an echo of, you know, the shape above. We're kind of on made up shadow here because, you know, our nectarines were getting rotten, and so we just like found a picture, and that's what we're trying to. What is that? Oh, a hair. The cute little cat's been running around here. Maybe we could just soften this line here. I don't know if it's gonna work because that's been from a few days ago, and it's not really working. But maybe we don't mind this little area right here. Kellen Hamanira, thank you for stuff. these things are really what I want to do is paint this onion on this Arches watercolor block right here, but I just can't resist like work a little more on this because it's just not quite 100%, is it? Thank you for subscribing, Marceline. Very much appreciated. Oh, and by the way, folks, I was trying to get like 9 thumbs up. If anyone got a loose thumbs up, they could leave me because my record is 8, and that was on a half apple. I mean, I guess I could read between the lines and go start painting a half apple. All right, this is really getting places. I don't know if I mean, if that had a jazzy signature there, would you say, wow, that's cool, let's throw it on the wall? I don't know. I feel like we're going places. Why don't we just have some real fun and paint this onion? So, I don't know, what do you think on a towel? Does the towel look natural? Do we want that? I don't think so. Let's see, how about this way? I like the, whoops, I like that bottom thing there. It's good to have that in there. How about like that? And then the towel's kind of nice behind. Oh, you can't really see. What if we try to paint that scene right there? It's a shame I don't understand anything you say. Yes, I gotta get like the translator out here, or you know, can you put captions by yourself and then translate? I don't know. But well, anyway, thanks for the hello, and thank you because you are the second biggest person observing the thing according to the little crown here. All right, well, anyway, now we're gonna have some real fun and paint this onion, and that is the approximate angle that I am seeing it. And let's see if this, oh, we had a power failure and now the computer went out, and let's see, there we go. Got a single light source right there. How about that? Talk about a dramatic lighting, kind of, sort of. Okay, and we already have some blue paint up there apparently. All right, let's hit it. So to start with, why don't we start with a weird yellow, whatever happens to, let's see, yellow. Starting with this, that's like a cadmium yellow. Let's put in a little bit of this, which is, I believe, Hansa yellow. And I don't know what that paint is with it, but we do want something. And then let's mix this, which is a mixture of this red and this Primatech color. So now we got like a cool golden thing. So here goes. Ready? Time to hit it. So we want to paint from the inside out. You know, oftentimes you could wet the whole paper. That's called priming the paper. It's a very popular, you know, pro technique. But you know, personally, I just not really. I don't really want to do that. I don't know why. And so, trying to paint from the inside out. And let's see about this. And now we want to, you know, I'm going to lean into red right here. And, you know, this is an exaggeration of the actual color. So I think that especially watercolor, you know, they dry really light. So it's okay to exaggerate the color. And then down here we got this thing that is, I don't know if that's visible where you are. Yes, well, you see that like onion skin that's right there. So this looks pretty good so far. All right, now I'm gonna go You know, this is kind of a golden straw color. I don't know if I got the light on. Oh, yeah, looks like I had one of these. You know, you can't buy a light these days without having like 6 different kinds of light in there. That's some golden thing. There's off. Off doesn't look bad either. Well, I think that's more natural looking. Let's do that. Okay, anyway. I wonder if it's a good time to say hello. I'm a shadow. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm trying to get uh, 9 thumbs up on some live watercolor if possible, because now I'm going to turn out the overhead light here just to get the shadow. Okay, so shadow is coming like there. And how is this? Sort of here. And now I'm just taking some water to okay. And do we want to paint that cloth that's back there? I really don't know. Maybe not. Okay, so I guess that's okay. Weird looking shadow. Please, can you stay in the drawing so I can see the process? Well, we that's the way we do it with the real-time watercolor painting, is you see the process, because you know, then I also have stop time lapse, and you can see the process there, but here I get to talk about what's happening, and so like right there I'm going to diffuse that. I really don't like that, but you know, it's hard line, but it doesn't matter. So now I want to get more of a golden luminescence, so I am going to you know, add some red to this. Was our golden color, and so let's see about right here. Looking all right. It's kind of a reddish golden, you know, thing. Let's see about just go here. I lost my favorite brushes. I don't know why. And over here, I'm gonna go there, but I'm gonna lean into the yellow more for this area up here. And let's see. That looks okay. And now I'm going to just see about a highlight right here, yellow. That looks good. And there's a kind of a shadow there, but I'm going to see about, I take some, your camera is only showing the onion. Really? Okay, jeez. Oh my God. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Okay, so anyway, there's a shadow here. It's a shadow. Say hello, we're a shadow. And then this point, I'm going to blot out the, take the water out of the brush and see about doing a couple of lines here, because we want to have those, you know, little lines represented here. So if we start now, you know, we can have, this is kind of subtle, right? But by taking some out now, we're hopefully down the, as we proceed, we're going to end up with some kind of 3D look. And I don't know if I just smeared that. I guess I did, but whatever, it looks fine. Now, I'm going to go back and still try to get a little yellow here, and then I'm going to see about getting a highlight here just by, there we go. And then we also have a highlight right there. Let's see if we can get that out, because we definitely want to keep our highlights, and you know, since it's watercolor, uh, you know, like the painting of the here, you know, we wanted these highlights. Well, let me see if there's a better example than that. Let me see. Well, I can't find a better example, but oftentimes we cannot get our highlights because the paint is already too dry, I guess. Let's see, like this one here. I can't remember where the highlights are that were supposed to be. All right, let's hit it. Ready? I found a couple of palettes that had gone missing. This one is was supposed to be all yellow. This color here is called Rust, and it's a really interesting color. It's kind of fluorescent, and so I'm gonna mix Rust with whatever this brownish is, because I've been wanting to get some you know, an intense yellow here. Let's see about just go right here. So here, this is definitely an exaggerated color, but you know, we have to exaggerate the color because A, the watercolor dries super light, and B, we want the thing to pop, right? Let's see what this is. So that's good. Let me try to go golden here. That looks good. So this color is kind of like the reddish, but if we add yellow, it's going to have more impact, I think. So here, I'll try, oh, here we're trying to, you know, say hello. We are the little ribs of the onion. Starting to look okay. Gonna try to just, so up here, and I say it's looking onion-like. So, so this, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me see. Trying to keep it light, because, you know, like same as like this, where I left this, and I don't even know what we're gonna do with that, if anything, yet. Here we had the same thing, but I did add some color. If you were here a little earlier, thank you for 3 thumbs up, because I'm looking for 9 thumbs up. No pressure, but anyone who could throw me a thumbs up, much appreciated. Here I want to just do a little background, something very slight. So I'm thinking about how about a gray, which leans heavily into blue. And so, you know, this, interestingly, this palette here is supposed to have a texture where watercolor won't dry and do this, but it does happen occasionally, and I just thought I'd mention that. Well, let me see if I can put this in this little pocket, and maybe it'll just sort of melt a little bit in there. I don't know. It's a great favorite color. It's a Primatech color, and came with my Primatech set, which I can't remember exactly what the name of it is, but you know, as a Primatech, it's supposed to be made out of ground up rocks. among other things, or elements, I don't know, whatever they call that stuff. Okay, here we go. And so I wanted to have a gray that leans into blue, and to do like a very light background in this, and that is kind of too green. So let's see about, this is kind of like a, I think what, I don't know what that is. Might be lunar blue. So that's cool. And now I'm gonna get some of this thing, which I forget what that's called, but it looks like Van Dyke brown. And that's good. We've got an interesting gray color, still leaning too far into green for my taste, but it's getting there. So that's good. Let me just try some of the Primatech Violet. Well, that's a cool looking gray, but it's a warm gray, and for the background we want a cool gray. So I think I'm just going to see about put some here. And we are early on in our watercolor, so we are nice and loose, as opposed to when we get, you know, farther along, things just get tighter and tighter. But anyway, that looks pretty bad, but whatever, we got to keep going. So now I want to take that same gray, and where is my thing? There it is. And take that gray, lean into blue. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm just gonna, I don't know, go right here, and then we're just gonna just sort of diffuse that. This is to say hello, I'm a background. And I wish I had a bigger brush, but I don't really have one. But a bigger brush probably would be a good thing to have to paint this background. So here I'm just gonna, let's see, about a little bit more right here, I guess. And so about clean up this edge here. Often, you know, I'm doing a painting and try to do the background after a certain bunch of details has been already established, and I think to myself, well, if only I would have done the background early on, then that probably would have been a lot better. So anyway, now here we're doing the background early on. So here we're fading into nothing, and so that get some of these there. It looks pretty good, I guess. Not really great. I don't know about this area here. So while the paint is still wet, just kind of smear that around. Important that the background does not hug the subject, like you know, like if you had yarn there or something, and it is kind of hugging the subject right there. So here now, just gonna blot up some of that stuff and just try to make it as subtle as possible. And I guess it's getting pretty subtle. I don't know what that is, cat hair. And this, I don't know what that is. I think it's just my hand went in there. All right, now it's looking good. Okay. 4 thumbs up. Thanks so much for 4 thumbs up. Fantastic. Try and get 9 thumbs up to beat my previous record of 8, which you will find from a few months ago, painting a half apple. Makes me think I should, you know, reach for a half apple for the next painting, if that is popular. I don't know. Anyway, so now what are we doing? We're trying to, this is sort of getting dry, the center part. And so let's keep on trying to build the form now. We have to remember, see this, we just talked about this highlight here. Normally what I've been doing is put a hint of blue for that highlight, which is a reflective area within shadow. And so let's just go for it and put some blue. Ready? Here goes. Okay, we did it. We put our blue. And then why not just have a little touch here just to... Okay, so it looks really dumb, but you know, hopefully when we cover that with, I'll just see about a couple lines here. You know, the lines they are not very precise, but you know, as we develop more and more details, then hopefully these lines will be less noticeable. And I want to go have some more red in there. Let's see about a bold red color. Ready? Here goes. That is a bold red color. Okay. So this again is an exaggeration of what color is actually there, and by having it in there, we are, you know, hopefully it's just gonna not be noticeable that bad or that much at a later stage. So now I'm gonna see about some more gold right here. We are still loose, so that's a plus. And I think I'm gonna see about lift off some of this paint that's right here. And it is lifted off. And then this is going to be our primary highlight right there. So let's see about saying hello, we're our primary highlight. And do we like this right here? Not really. So let's see about smooth that out. Okay, looking good. And then, you know, did we go too far here? I don't know, possibly. Let's get rid of some of that right there. Okay, looking good. I say we got a 3D onion emerging. And this shadow looks bad. I'm gonna see about remove some of that. There we go. Having a big, like this right here, was a big area of a single tone. That's not really a great idea, I don't think, to, you know, any big area of a single tone, especially with a hard edge, is going to mean equal contrast and attract the eye. And you know, we don't really want the viewer to look at this and say, wow, look at this area because it's high contrast and it's attracting my eye. We need the eye to go somewhere up here and then dance around gracefully, looking at all the fun details and the rich texture and the depth and the translucence. So that is why I removed some of the paint from this shadow. 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I'm really shooting for 9, but you know, I want to just say I am delighted that we have 5 thumbs up. And I'm looking for a paper towel because this one seems to be oh, here's another one, slightly less used. So let's see. Yes. Okay. Where were we? It's getting dry. It's a little wet here. Coming along nice. I wish I had like a number 6 brush, but I do not. What is this brush? Oh wow, a charcoal number 6. What do you know? I found some brushes laying around in the living room, and my beautiful wife said it is the cat that is seen wandering around with my brushes. Okay, well, how about that? Number 6. I haven't seen this guy for, I don't know, a year. I don't know where that was. Okay, so we're gonna try to get a finer line on 5 thumbs up. That is so great. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. All right, I'm looking for 9 thumbs up. So here we got, this is the brown, and I think it's called quinacridone deep gold, of all things. It looks a lot like Van Dyke brown, though. So anyway, excuse me, I feel like I felt prone to sneezing, pardon me. We are back with the quinacridone deep gold mixed with some of this red, and we're trying to do richness and depth, and we're trying to emulate like some of these shadow things that are here. Why don't we just start right here? You see right there, there's a profound shadow right here. So I'm going to just try to go here and say, hello, I am a profound shadow. So we don't, again, we don't want the same color in a big space. So here I got a, you know, kind of a thing there. And, you know, the shadow is actually thicker than this. So now I got a wash, and I'm just going to make it thicker with the wash. And it kind of comes to a point right there. And since this is an important area that we wouldn't mind if the eye was attracted to, I am going to remove a little paint right there and try to emphasize this little spot. See about that. There we go. So here we have